Can we talk about a couple scenes that won't give away anything?
Yeah, we'll get into spoilers really pretty quickly.
What did you want to touch on?
I just want to touch on, so the general plot of the movie. Bella wakes up and she's a vampire now. And despite all that bullshit about how vampires, or when they're new, can't control themselves, she learns to control herself in like
obviously
5 fucking seconds. Yeah. In the second movie, Jasper's been alive for like 100 fucking years. He sees one drop of blood and he fucking body checks Bella into the china cabinet.
Yeah, exactly.
But she's just like...
I'm pretty sure it was Ed.
Fucking at one point in the movie, Jaws came up and ripped someone in front of her and she was like, I'm good, guys. I got it.
Yeah, this is fine.
He's already dead, but I can contain myself.
I'm totally cool.
This was a minute into her being a vampire.
Yeah. So she becomes a vampire and she meets Renesmee, or Nessie, as it's called.
Gorgeous name in my opinion.
I appreciate the fact
you
that
like it?
I do.
Renesmee, you like it? I don't mind it as much. I do like that the movie, and maybe this happened in the book, but I like that it did what I was thinking. Where as soon as he because Jacob's nickname for the daughter is Nessie. And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? That's retarded. And then, of course, immediately after, Bella's like, are you fucking kidding me? That's retarded.
Yeah.
In those words. So, anyway, they have a brief spat, but then everything's happy, and they're all living together, and everything's well and dandy. And then some vampire we've never seen before.
Ever.
No,
But
we have seen her before.
When?
At the beginning of the movie. At the beginning of the other movie. The first part.
Really?
Again, a lot of the shit that happened in this movie, you actually had to read the books for. Like, I cottoned on to a lot of it because I stupidly read the books. There was a point there at the lawyer scene.
Yeah, I did.
That I actually had. You were like, what is going on? I'm like,
who
yeah,
the
this
fuck
is
is that?
dodgy ass lawyer. And those scenes in the book went for chapters. More. And it was a big book. Breaking Dawn is the biggest book of the lot. And there was a lot of stuff that if you haven't read the book, you're sitting there going, what the fuck is going on?
Really? I felt I could follow it pretty
I could follow, but I feel like...
I've read the books and I couldn't follow.
Yeah, I feel like if you read the book, you'd be like, wait, you missed like... It's just saying it's the same.
Well, but that's the same for any novel adaptation. Like, I feel that point is never really justified.
It is, but like certain scenes, like the lawyer scene... The fuck was the point of that?
There was too many scenes where if you're gonna cut shit out from the book, you need to make it watchable and not make us sit there and go.
Okay.
See, I didn't have that problem, but fair enough. I guess a lot of people would, and maybe I missed some shit. Anyway,
because we all zoned out at least.
Life, yeah, I'm sure we did. Life is happy and fine, but then this random vampire, who I say we've never seen before, just disagrees. As like the daughter's jumping to catch snowflakes in the air, it's all magical.
You know, they can fly
she
now.
sees the daughter and she's like, "Oh, that's fucked up," because in vampire law, you can't make vampire children, as they explain. So she goes and runs off to the best part of this entire film, which is the Volturi, who, if they're ever gonna do a spin-off of Twilight, for the love of God, make it about these three characters because they are the best part of this film. They're the best part of the second film. They're fucking amazing. And anyway, so they tell the lead Arrow. They tell Arrow like,
I feel dirty because I know this shit you guys don't.
They tell her, they made a vampire little girl, which they didn't, but she thinks they did. And he goes, "Oh, well, we'll have to visit them."
He's just all over camp. It's wonderful.
He's the campiest. Michael Sheen's amazing. And so basically the rest of the movie is like, we've got to gather the troops together. It's like the Mighty Ducks. They've got to get everybody together, recruited.
It's pretty cool. I dig the montage where they're all showing their different powers and shit, though.
That was interesting.
I thought that was cool. It was like, they could have used... That was the only part of the soundtrack that I feel they could have used some better, more like...
Hearts on fire.
Yeah. No, like it should have been like they should have used some like sticks or something, you know, like Renegade.
That would have been awesome.
The turkeys up, they're moving up, they found me.
That would have been pretty sweet. Yeah. This movie needed more sticks.
More sticks.
Sticks could have bumped it up.
It would have been fun.
But yeah, that was interesting seeing them all, and there's a lot of recognizable people. Well, you know, when you've got one of the victims from The Grey. And you've got Dexter's brother, the ice truck killer.
Yeah, the ice truck killer is coming out.
He's a vampire now.
Yeah. And then you have the one, I think, is he Australian? Really sexy, like fucking...
Black-haired?
No, the blonde-haired guy.
He's not Australian, but I remember the only movie I've seen him in was like Max Beamer's day off, and he was scared of some cartoon clown.
Max Beamer.
I don't know. It's one of those child rebel movies.
Oh.
Well, he's a pretty attractive guy, though, but he had no fucking part in the film whatsoever.
No.
No, he would just say, like, really mean, kind of disrespectful things, and then we didn't even see him at the end fight, or the end, anyways, continue.
That's fine, we can get into spoilers now. So yeah, anyway, the whole thing's building up to a fight, which then may or may not have happened. So now we can talk about specific aspects of the movie. It's the same thing with all of them. I like Jacob. I feel like I enjoy him because he's kind of the comic relief, and he's just there to deliver shitty one-liners.
Yes,
which I appreciate because they entertain me.
The
scene. Oh, that was
super funny.
Cover it, man. Say what happens.
Well, they're like, okay, they all have to leave because they're gonna tell Charlie, Bella's dad, that she's dead, so they all have to leave town. But Jacob obviously doesn't want that because he's not going to leave town with them, and he already imprinted on what's-her-face and the daughter. So anyway, so Jacob's like, well, I'm going to go tell Charlie that she's changed, right? That's the idea, is that he's going to go tell that she's a vampire.
And that way they can't really leave.
They don't need to leave.
Yeah, they don't have to leave.
They don't have to leave because Charlie doesn't have to think she's dead, right? So anyways, so he goes there, and Charlie's in the back chopping wood, and he says, he says...
Man, when my daughter's missing, I just need to chop some
firewood.
Come on, Billy Burke's being the best part.
He's great because he has no emotion. His daughter's been missing for like a fucking month or however long she's been missing. Just chopping his wood. He's like, oh, hey, Jacob.
You heard anything?
Any idea where that daughter is? No? No.
Yeah. Oh, well. No, so he says anyways, he says, yeah, she's fine, but there was something that needed to be done so that she didn't die, right? So he's like, oh, okay, well, she's good, so let's go fucking see her. And Jacob's like, no, you don't understand. There's a life that you don't know, and blah, blah. So he's like, Jacob starts slowly undressing, and imagine Charlie's face. He's like, Jacob, like, stop, put your clothes back on. What are you doing? And just the dialogue that Jacob's saying is really funny. Because
there's a whole world that you don't know.
Yeah, and like...
things that you've never even seen.
He's like, what does he say? He's like, weirder things happen every day, and he like undoes his pants. It's really funny. And then he...
I found it weird that Billy Burke didn't put up more of an objection.
Yeah, he's kind of like, wait, we're already here.
What's going on?
Yeah. Am I allowed to cut forward in time of the movie?
Yeah, man, there's no format to this shit. It's just a discussion.
There's one, I mentioned it to you, at the very end of the movie when it shows the daughter older and they're on the beach.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Fucking look out for this when you're watching Breaking Dawn Part 2. Is the daughter goes to hug Bella, and she gives her a hug.
And she's all mature now.
Mature,
so she's like grown up.
She's like as tall as Kristen Stewart and everything like that. And then she goes to hug Edward, and she kind of gives him this very fucking sexual look.
It was
really
sexual.
Like, oh,
it was like, hey, Daddy.
Yeah, like
really.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
Oh yeah, it was watch out. Like what if you can watch? Well, we're never gonna watch this movie again.
No.
But for those of you out there that will watch this, look for it because it's really surprisingly like, oh, that's.
Well, she's probably just a huge fan who was like, oh my god, I get to hug.
Oh my god, I get.
If I got to hug Robert Pattinson, I could be playing his fucking brother, and I'd be like,
yeah, brother.
Let me wrap those arms. I don't know why that reminded me of this, but sorry, I just have to go on a rant about something that I've ranted about before. Are we running out of babies?
Yeah.
Are there no more baby actors? Are Hollywood parents suddenly getting conscious that they don't want their children exploited on film? A CGI baby. What the fuck is the reason?
Really poorly done as well. Like, you think of the movie with this kind of a budget, they could... well, first off, fucking hire a baby.
Get a baby! They're not hard to find.